fourth domain of evidence I examined was ancient manuscripts. Fulfillment, by definition, is a term relative to purpose. This quality, like good or best, is measured by how well it fulfills the purpose for which it was designed. Since you didn't design yourself, you cannot create your own ultimate purpose. What does the creator of the universe want? The poem of the Garden of Eden describes in paradise where there is no death, disease, scarcity, labor, or pain. This is illustrated as a gift, lost, to be rebuilt, prepared, reclaimed. Jesus prayed about his desire for paradise on earth, saying, "May your kingdom come. May your will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Isaiah claimed God spoke about paradise, saying, "Look, I am creating new heavens and a new earth, and no one will even think about the old ones anymore." John spoke about paradise in his dream, saying, "Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth. The first heaven and the first earth disappeared, and the sea vanished. And I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared and ready, like a bride dressed to meet her husband." I heard a loud voice speaking from the throne. Now God's home is with people. He will live with them, and they shall be his people. God himself will be with them, and he will be their God. He will wipe away all tears from their eyes. There will be no more death, no more grief, or crying, or pain. The old things have disappeared. Then the one who sits on the throne said, "And now I make all things new." He also said to me, "Write this, because these words are true and can be trusted." And he said, "It is done. I am the first and the last, the beginning and the end. To anyone who is thirsty, I will give the right to drink from the spring of the water of life without paying for it." As I researched, I found we are meant to be a part of the Creator's project, as his hands in the clay and feet on the ground. He considers us ambassadors, representing and partnering with him. Jesus spoke about his witnesses, saying, "Trust the evidence that I am one with God." Truly I say to you, whoever trusts me will also do the works that I do, and even greater things than I have. The poem of Eden concludes, describing how creation corrupted itself by misusing God's ideal designs. Those corruptions are listed in Genesis 3:14 through 19. Reading through them, I've noticed each one of these are being overcome today. In verse 14, the loss of limbs. This has been nearly overcome by robotic limbs, and soon by a newly discovered switch in our DNA that, when turned on, could regrow limbs. In verse 15, dangerous animals. This has been nearly overcome by a successfully tested chip that regulates aggression on demand. In verse 16, pain at childbirth. This has been nearly overcome by epidural block, spinal block anesthetics for reducing pain significantly. Also in verse 16, inequality. This has been nearly overcome by amendments, cementing women's equal rights. In verse 17, labor for food. This has been nearly overcome by AI and automated farming. In verse 18, weeds. This has been nearly obsoleted by biopesticides and soon by lab-grown hydroponic isolation. In verse 19, death. This has been nearly obsoleted with life extension medication, gene therapy, disease cures, and radiation protective measures. This research made it clear that we were headed back to an Eden state, which may support Hopewood's claim that our purpose is to build and become paradise.